Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to DBS This Morning. It's a beautiful Monday morning and we're about to kick off another awesome day with you here on DBS This Morning. We've got some awesome features as usual. I want to say good morning to all the fine folks who's been meeting me and saying, oh, I love you in the morning. Oh, I'm looking at TV now because of the morning. That's not true. Y'all been watching DBS a long time now because it is the #1 station, and that's why it is the #1 station, because you guys continue to look at us and because we continue to give you the wonderful things that you love seeing, don't? All right, let me tell you what's going to happen today. We've got we caught up. This week is quite a packed week. Fashion is a big part of this week. We've got in the city, we've got the Lights Camera Fashion, a part of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival's offering. So we caught up with Adrian on that as well. We're going to give you a feature into that. But we also have this morning a designer. We have a designer in our company this morning as well, and you know, it's quite fitting. Fashion, designers. So we're going to give you some of that this morning. But first, Kendall with the headlines. And thank you, Kendall. We now take a break. We will be right back. For our first feature, like we mentioned, we've got a designer. Her name is Tanya.
Hello, my name is Tanya Small and I'm a young entrepreneur fashion designer. This Mother's Day, I am collaborating with 3 other small businesses to bring you the best and perfect gift for your mother. We have Scent by St. Lucia, Shalma Aristide. She sells Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, other brand perfumes, scrubs, and a variety of self-care items. From floral to fruity to spicy, you're sure to find a scent that you love. We also have Rena, who does nails, acrylic nails. She specializes in acrylic nails and manicures and pedicures. She's located in Castries. And we also have Glam Tips by Alana, an upcoming nail salon. She provides acrylic applications, gel, pedicures, manicures, etc. At Glam Tips by Alana, we care about your health and your nails. They are collaborating with me. My name is Tanya, as I mentioned. I will be providing robes printed with your mom's name, key rings, a matching bag, and you can also get a foaming sugar body scrub if you prefer to have it as a salt scrub or a sugar scrub, and you can choose your own scent. We also have wine glasses printed with your mom's name as well, or mugs. Whatever your desire, we can cater to you. And if you are wondering what the price is for these awesome packages, we can cater to your budget. Just contact us and we will work with you to give you that special gift for Mother's Day. This promotion runs up to Mother's Day, but the items that we are making available are currently available throughout the year. You can contact me for these packages at 724-7436. These packages are not only for your real mom, but it's also for persons that raised you, your auntie, that special someone, your sister, your lover, your stepmom, anyone that you know that needs that special treat on Mother's Day. Pamper them, make them feel themselves on this Mother's Day.
Now for our final feature this Wednesday is going to be Lights, Camera, Action within the city as part of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival Let's take a look at that. We caught up with Adrian OJ, who is the director behind the entire thing, and we also caught up with a St. Lucian model, quite a wonderful woman. We talked to her as well. Sumaya is the name. Let's take a look into this. And lights, camera, fashion. That's another component that is going to be put on as part of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, the CDF offering in the city as part of Art and the City. And of course, if you hear lights, you hear camera, and you hear action, this is some action where we must find a gentleman like Mr. Adrian Oje. Mr. Oje is here. We're going to come to Sumaya in a bit. That's our star right here, and we are honored to have her. But first, let's go on over to Adrian. Adrian, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
You
Trying
look great
to
as
work a
always.
few little
Magic.
miracles, yes, in the short space of time, but we're doing it. I have a great team. I want to commend everybody who has come on board this project with such, open arms and willing minds and all the rest of it.
Tell me about the project, the birthing of the project.
The birthing of the project started in April, really, when the bid for proposals went out. So we applied, and we seem to have won. I think a large part of it really is our experience with Haute Couture, which is an extremely successful brand. And we hit them with a 21-page proposal, which I don't think anybody else did. So by the time they reached page 9, they were tired. They said, "Give it to them,
just
give it to them."
them.
Yeah, so I think that's not kind of how it worked.
Right.
But it's been really good. I want to shout out Slasper for hosting us at Place Carénage, because they have just been so wonderfully cooperative and generous with their time, and I mean across the organization. I want to say thank you to them. CDF, of course, for trusting us with this baby. We make the baby, now we're trying to raise the child, so hopefully that will happen well. We have an amazing collection of models. I don't know if collection is the right word, but bevy of models who have also, they've just begun to shine in the 2 or 3 sessions we've had with them, so that's looking really good. And of course, our designers, who you'll hear a little bit more about, not from me, but we have focused on St. Lucian designers who are doing extremely well in the diaspora, in the North America and Europe, and we thought it would be most appropriate to showcase them, because they are the success story of the fashion industry in St. Lucia and beyond.
Right, Adrian. What is of note? A show of that magnitude, this is St. Lucia, a show of that magnitude, that caliber, we have the lovely Sumaya here. This is no ordinary or regular person. She has worked with some of the best,
yes, absolutely.
and she is here. So this is quite a huge event. Choosing to put an event like that in the city of Castries, how important, or how important is that a statement to be made? How I know you. I know your how you think.
Yes.
And that was a statement to be made. Talk to me about that.
Well, we embrace diversity, we embrace controversy. All publicity is good publicity. So pushing the envelope a little bit, blurring the edges, that's what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to challenge you.
Yes.
It's supposed to make you think, oh gosh, I didn't think of that before. But then I was walking away from the venue about 48 hours ago and thinking to myself, we did a whole poetry and music evening just round the corner on the little alley there.
Yes.
And if you looked at it now, you'd never think that could have happened there, but we had lights, we had stage, we had sound, we had musicians, actors, poets, and it went down really, really well.
Talk
And
about inside.
so-
You're the man for the job, you see?
well, I was actually on stage for that as well. But yeah, finding new and interesting venues, I think, is part of the adventure. Having art in the city, of course, is part of the urban vibe of any festival, so that's quite appropriate. When Darwin Gard told me that that's what his vision was, I thought to myself, yeah, a little challenging, but there's nothing wrong with a challenge. We need to push the edge. And so we identified Place Carénage as the best of both worlds. It's in the city, in the heart of the city, but it's also on the water's edge. So it capitalizes on that great view of the harbor, and where we're having it, you have the background of the highway, the harbor, the government buildings, and beyond to Point Seraphine and the pyramid in the background. So I think the shots are going to be absolutely amazing.
Wow.
And you will feel this sort of rush of high fashion and color and style, but against the backdrop of Castries City, which of course has been a centerpiece of world history for 500 years. So why the hell not?
Speak to the significance of having that component of our culture and arts being included in the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
Yeah, well, as you know, fashion was included when the Jazz and Arts Festival rebranded. I guess it's about 7 years ago now, counting the
Right.
COVID hiatus. And it's an important part. What we need to do, though, is not just focus on the event side of it every now and then, but really start building a fashion industry in St. Lucia. So not just fashion events, but a fashion industry. We're very pleased to have on board local designers like Lynn Bristol, Perry Martial, who am I forgetting? Joanna Messiah, Sharon Tanner, who's been making tremendous strides, not only here but in Dominica, in the carnival and fashion and events field. So we're very happy to have them, and part of the science of the thing is really providing them with certain incentives to assist them with production. So we're not just inviting them to come, put your goods on the stage, but actually supporting them as well with what they need to get there or to be
Wonderful.
there.
Right.
So it's a pleasure. They're all known entities, but we've encouraged them to step outside of their comfort zones a little bit,
Right.
and so they've all been so magnanimous about the approach, and I just want to say I thank them a lot.
Wonderful. I've seen we brought one of our very own, and I mean a lot of
We
St.
did.
Lucian may not even know that we have
Such
this
a
beautiful,
such a celebrity
such a
with us,
celebrity
yes.
that is included in
Yes.
our fabric in this particular
Indeed,
field.
indeed.
So speak to me about that, because we want to go. I'm so excited to go over and talk to her in a bit. But talk about the inclusion of our.
Well, I have to give credit where it's due. First of all of my experience in fashion, I cannot claim unilaterally. I must give credit to May Wayne, who I worked with in an almost seamless marriage of fashion and production expertise for haute couture. In 3 years, we built the brand to, the premium fashion event in the Caribbean, where we had designers foregoing other shows and coming to St. Lucia. So I want to acknowledge May Wayne. And then I also want to acknowledge my creative director, Mike Celestin, through whom we have really been able to reach out to a wider network than I have myself, I must admit that. And he has been able to find his strategic friends in the industry and put them into the mix. And Sumaya is certainly part of that. It's a pleasure working with herself, with Denise, and the designers coming in from Jamaica, Trinidad, Toronto, New York, London. You'll hear more about this
Wonderful.
from the people who actually have the details.
The details, so that's
my
fine.
work, my work is the hard way.
I understand. I know how you work, and we respect it, because you
Yeah.
need to put that energy into there.
Yes.
So we're not going to pull you out on the little stuff, because we know we want to focus on big
There's no little stuff.
Well,
But
when I
it's
say
all big
stuff. Well, right, I
But-
correct myself.
But my work is really the hard way, making sure lights, camera,
Camera.
action, sound, stage, infrastructure.
Lights, camera, fashion.
No, fashion is them.
Oh, you're the action.
Yeah, them is the fashion.
Wonderful. That is good. I want to go on over and talk to Samaya.
Absolutely.
Um,
Bye.
Samaya, how are you?
So nice to meet
No,
you.
it's so nice to meet you. Oh my God, you're pretty wonderful.
Thank you.
And I didn't know of you before, and that is sad. Now, no, I'm not St. Lucian, but now I'm looking at your biography and I'm thinking, wow, I feel so robbed. How are you?
Jean Auger Kila, I'm from OJ people.
Oh, you're from OJ.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
from
boy.
OJ.
The place. I was. You see, I'm turning back this way. It's Adrian OJ, and you're from.
You
Yeah.
see the connection? The connection.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, though.
I am born in St. Lucia, and I was raised in Louisiana. But not raised, I shouldn't say that. We moved to Louisiana at a very young age. And went to university because my parents did not want me to model. And I was so, yes, they didn't see modeling as a career. And so I went to Louisiana State, got my degree, and then went straight into fashion. The day after graduation, I moved to New York.
Oh, how did they deal with that? Because you graduated.
I
You did what they
graduated,
wanted
so
to do.
now I'm like, I got my degree, now I can move on. And then New York was a little tough because people didn't quite know where to place me, and that's a lot of things different people, models, face in the industry.
Right.
So with 2 degrees, I'm like, let me embark on Paris to make sure that I actually tried everything before giving up. And I moved over to Paris and I worked, and I think I gained the confidence I needed to come back to New York, and then signed up with Elite, and I was with Elite for 25 years now. Oops, I'm telling my age.
It don't matter. We wouldn't believe you.
Oh my
if you don't
gosh.
look it at all. So you are a model.
I'm a
and
model.
so many other things. Just to give us a rundown of some of the things that you dabble in, and then we're going to come back to why you're here.
Okay.
And you know how it is that your expertise is going to lend to what we're about to showcase.
Okay, so I'm a model, and I work for a CBS station in the Virgin Islands, so I was a field reporter over there. I've also done some TV stuff. I actually hosted the pre-jazz show with
Yes,
Leon in
with
2002.
BET back then, innit?
Yes, and I also did a segment for St. Lucia, which I thought was really interesting that I don't think it was materialized much. It was called the intimate side of St. Lucia. So what they did, the tourist board did, was like, we featured inns in St. Lucia, like 20 places in St. Lucia that was comparable to the 5-star resorts that people could stay in with this great amenities. So I thought that was really good. I am also an adjunct professor. I teach English at SUNY in New York City. I do a range of lots of different things. Also because it's a way of challenging, just to kind of challenge different things myself, so I'm not only consumed by fashion.
Now, you've also worked with some of the big the brands out there that we hear about a lot. Some of us have the privilege of wearing some of them, but you've worked with some of the Dior's and the
Yes.
Versace's and these places. Tell us about that.
So in Paris, I worked with Yves Saint Valentino, which he loves exotic girls, so that was great for me. I worked for, oh my gosh, why am I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. Louis Theroux, I worked for Hugo Boss, is one of my main clients. I came back to New York, and I worked for them as a house model for like 7 years. Donna Karan, Gabriela Zanzani, Joan Vass, Yves Saint Laurent. I worked for a lot of various designers because, in my body type at the time, which is not anymore, was basically European. So it's like a lot of the girls that we've been working with have that amazing body type for fashion. So fashion was my thing, because back then you either had to be a fashion model, a print girl, a catalog girl, or a showroom girl, and they're all different fields in modeling. But I was fashion.
Right. And
Strictly
you're back
fashion.
here now working with the Lights Camera Fashion
Yes.
crew with Adrian and his team. What is the role that you're playing?
So my role with the project is to train the girls.
Okay.
And Adrian and Mike brought me on board as on the team, and I love everyone who I've been working with. Denise is just incredible. I mean, she's a model herself who has seniored, has vested into this industry, and they did an amazing casting. And I just want to point out to everyone, if you have the opportunity to come see the show, you must buy a ticket to come see it. I met Dr. Auger the first day I came in. We had dinner that night. And so I saw the soft side of him. Then the next day,
Oh.
I saw the business side of him, which was,
Right.
I was very intrigued because it's a huge production.
Yes.
I wasn't aware that you could have such a huge production in St. Lucia. Not to say you can't, but
Yes.
I hadn't envisioned it would be something so big and dramatic. So I'm really excited for the girls. The casting they did for this show is just incredible. I mean, they covered everything from petite models to show models to plus size models. We also have girls representing guys, guys representing girls, the whole spectrum. Something that a lot of people in the industry do not top, and St. Lucia will kind of be the pioneer for that. And that, I think, is really incredible, having representation across the board.
What do you hope to see coming out of this event?
I just hope that people of the community of St. Lucia, investors, see the potential there is for Fashion Week to take place in St. Lucia. The backdrop of the Fashion Week is breathtaking. It's on the port. I mean, you have sea and air and just all of it, And also what I like about that, about the show, is that, because I was one of the models that helped launch Jamaican Fashion Week, and then we moved on to Trinidad. And it was a small group of us that did it because someone, I forgot his name, please forgive me, he owned the model agency in Jamaica. Kingsley, yes. because Kingsley wanted to have that done, and we did that, and it's taken off. And from that, a lot of the girls from that launch have worked for big agencies, IMG in New York City, like Elite. I mean, you name it, big campaigns, Gucci, Chanel. Those girls really represented, and St. Lucia has that. The girls I've seen walk, I'm like, why am I here? Like, they're incredibly amazing, a little tweaking here and there. But I just don't want this show to be just a show. I want it to, from the show, let the girls can move on from there and do something extraordinary that people on the island will see their worth and the possibility for St. Lucia to have an International Fashion Week. Lights, camera, fashion.
Why not?
Yes.
Maya, it's definitely an honor to have you, and we can't wait to see, the whole thing unfold.
Yes.
And anything you want to leave with our viewers.
I just want to tell everyone in St. Lucia, tout a chance pour venir voir fashion show. Vini voir fashion show. C'est un beau bagay. Okay? Please come and support. It's really amazing. And tickets are selling out.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio soca jam routine to Do Play That by Marshall Montano. Let's get moving. So we're going to begin with our right leg, toe, tapping, hands side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Pump the arms. Pump. Removing the core as well. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to shuffle. Push. Move those legs. Turn. 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 Gonna tap, tap, and pull. Tap. Four, 3, 2, left leg. Let's go. And by low impact, you can skip the jump and just tap the leg. 4, 3, 2, pump, and 4, 3, 2, shuffle, push, turn, 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 pull, and 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. 4, 3, 2, 1, pump. Hey. Push. Turn. 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 Left leg. Tap. 4, 3, 2, 1, pump. 4, 3, 2, 1, push. Turn. 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 That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
And that's our show for this morning. I hope you had a wonderful time with us. Enjoy the rest of your Monday and enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch you here again tomorrow. And remember, your calling does not have to be understood by everyone else. It was not a conference call.